South Asia was transformed dramatically during the war years as India became a supply ground for the war against the Japanese in Southeast Asia. In 1939, the British Indian Army numbered 250,000 men. It took in volunteers, which by 1945 was the largest all-volunteer force in history, rising to over 2.5 million men. These forces including tanks, artillery, and airborne forces. Numerous South Asian peoples sweated behind the scenes to secure supply lines and to support the Allies. There were non-combatants like cooks, tailors, mechanics, and washermen, such as a bootmaker to the Indian Army. In World War II, some 2.5 million Asians fought against fascism in all theaters of war on land, sea, and air. The battle had forgotten in India as an emblem of the country's colonial past. Women soldiers had also participated with their full zest during the world wars. They had served in the Air Force and the British Indian Army. Over 87,000 Indian soldiers, including those from modern-day Pakistan, Nepal, and Bangladesh, died in World War II. Field Marshal Sir Auchinleck, who was the commander-in-chief in India, asserted the British that couldn't have come through both wars if they hadn't had the Indian Army. After the end of the war, India emerged as the world's fourth largest industrial power, and its increased political, economic, and military influence paved the way for its independence from the United Kingdom in 1947. In the Second World War, India has also suffered a catastrophic loss to its economy. Between the years of 1939 to 1945, external factors influenced the economy majorly, which led to huge economic imbalances that prevailed long after peace was attained in India. The major consequences that India had to face after the Second World War were high inflation, which was on account of war expenditure. The value of Indian currency took a nosedive. Economic imbalances due to the currency's exchange problems and the development of exchange control. During the 1900s, disastrous events took place in Bengal, like Bengal famine. A humiliating defeat of British forces by the Japanese in Singapore in 1942 results in thousands of Indian soldiers becoming prisoners of war. That becomes the catalyst for soldiers to join Indian National Army. They train in Singapore and with the help of Japan prepare to march to India to attempt an overthrow of British rule. In India, official remembrance for World War II remains a controversial subject as it is a reminder of the colonial past. It brings forgotten Indian soldiers back into the narrative of World War II and deepens our understanding of a global history of terrible violence. It is not a simple story of heroism or patriotism. Many of these workers were more motivated by the need for bread than by the need to defeat the Axis powers. And it is not a straightforward case of imperial exploitation. Many elite South Asians made quick profits in the war and transformed their own fortunes. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments which history you want me to cover in the next video.